Hello, hello, I'm Bella, and welcome to Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to be starting the Alexander raid today, and hopefully a friend will stop by so we can get through the story at least, and if not, I will improvise. But let's, alright, not duty. Minion. Want to check out our new minions here. Wind Up Sid. When faced with a lack of coin to fund projects, Garland Ironworks engineers designed the Wind-Up Sid with hopes that sales of the automaton would fill their coffers. Indeed, sales have been impressive, the item bringing in just enough gil to pay for the founder's debts. Alright, what was the other one? Here we go. Chi-Chi. The secret to the lost art of temporal magics is believed to be buried deep within this ancient automaton created by the legendary Charlian Archmagus Quan. Vitality levels are dangerously low due to a power drainage necessary to save the lives of his companions. So let's summon Vivi for today. Gigi. Vivi. However you want to call him. Veggie. Alright, we are coming... I think it's this one. God's Veld. I don't know, maybe this is different? Huh. I thought just because of God's Veld it was for the raid. Maybe the raid is in... Idleshire? We'll unlock this one anyway. Towards Affairs has a message for you from a mysterious stranger. Ah, my Lady Bella. During your absence, a stranger came calling. Upon learning that you were away, he left a message to the fact that he wishes to speak with you and will await you at the Rising Stones. If you have a mind to oblige this stranger, please be careful. I cannot well explain why, but it put me ill at ease to simply be near him. The stranger said that he will wait for you at the Rising Stones. If you have a mind to meet him, please be careful. Simply being near him put me ill at ease. God's Veld. We'll see what this one is. And then we'll head towards Idleshire. What's this? What's this? Toll Booty? Never unlocked that one. Some of these I guess I have not unlocked. But that's fine. Don't have to do every single one. Oh, in here? Friends! It's been forever. Who are you? I worry not, for with every draw comes a new day. Who? Who are you? Are you new too? Matia? Who are you guys? I was one of those to answer the Science's call to arms and volunteer my blade at the Siege of Ishgard. 'Twas there that I made the acquaintance of this fair fellow. Oh? 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 Are these new people? I don't recognize these people. Rio and Lady Yugiri have already left to pursue rumors of the missing science. I think I might head to Gridania myself and make some inquiries there. Aliane, you're the head here. To help widen the net of our search efforts, I've recruited a small army of seasoned adventurers, friends from my own days in the dungeon delving trade. Ah, so some of these are your people? Oh yeah, where's Flamine? I am sorry that I refused your plea for aid, but aside from the very real dangers that Ishgard faced, I sensed something not quite right about the Crystal Braves. There's nothing like not like a well-earned drink after a hard day's work. If you say so. Oh yeah, these two. I kind of remember these two. I've met a new man, but he spends more time talking about his lost sibling than aught else. Mayhap you've met the missing brother. I hear he used to work here. Oh, Aenor, why must you always fall for these tragic types? And it is not as if we need another healer. What? I came as soon as I heard the news of Alien's capture, but these old bones do not move as quickly as they once did, and the worst of it had ended by the time I arrived in the toll. And so the moment you learned that your young companion was in danger, you hastened here with an axe in hand. Such fighting spirit. We shall be fine friends, you and I. I was at the grandpa. Ogre Boulder. For 1,000 days I've walked along the edges of Abalathia's fierce craters, tempering both mind and body that I might withstand the rigors of battle at my brother's side. But at last I felt I was prepared. I traveled here to Mordona, only to be greeted with the news that Hori is nowhere to be found. Oh, that's right. Aenor, is she following this guy, Ogre Boulder, or Hori Boulder? Can't remember. Okay. I'm sure I was supposed to, like, be here for the 3.1 quest, but we're here for this side one. I have no idea what it's about. My thanks for coming. Who's there? Are you a kid? Unu Kalhai is my name, and I serve a friend. I sought you out that I might alert you to the rising threat of the beings known as icons. You are aware of the threat, you say? Ah, but I speak not of the primals, with which you are exceedingly well acquainted. It may interest you to know that the term icon and the beings to which it refers preside the Garlean Empire by Eris. You see, it is the name by which the Allegans called godlike beings, a dark divinity Odin among them, and the Garleans who seek to emulate the glory of ancient Allag, have simply availed themselves of it. Pray permit me to continue the tale. Who's this? Oh, Oriange. Ah, Oriange, how kind of you to join us. As the Warrior of Light's comrade, my participation is but to be expected. After all, the matter doth pertain to the very fate of the star. The icons of Eld, in the distant past, these mighty beings did offer fierce resistance to the Allegan Empire. However, they eventually fell to the men of Allag, who devised the means by which to capture them. And it did not end with capture, as you well know, for the Allegans also learned how to harness the icons' power. They refined this knowledge at the Etherochemical Research Facility on Azisla, and within the centrifugal crystal engine, they sealed 3 of the beings, the Warring Triad. 'Twas first and foremost to acquire the infinite power of the Warring Triad that the Archbishop did seek Azisla. But in the wake of his defeat, the bindings which confine the icons were severely damaged. Doubt not but that they will fail completely ere long. Know that we do not condemn you for striking down the Archbishop. You were simply fulfilling your destiny. And yet, were the Warring Triad to be released into the world, unimaginable destruction would ensue. Take heart, for there is hope still. Through swift action, we may yet prevent their awakening and see them resealed. But in dealing with this new threat, our first step must be to contend with the old. 2 savage gods are returned, I fear, summoned once more by their worshippers, and at a strength far surpassing their previous incarnations. I speak of the primals, Ravana and Bismarck. If left unchecked, they will inevitably seek to seize the power of the Warring Triad. This will serve to feed the confluence of chaos and hasten to Icons' awakening. To wit, we must needs vanquish both their kinds. I pray thee, however, to first focus thy gaze upon the primals, ere we turn our attention to those Icons and their full slumber. I shall return to the waking sands forthwith and consider such measures as are available to us. Meanwhile, I bid thee attend to the task of eliminating the primals. Young Unukalhai shall assist thee. Rest assured, he is not our enemy, for the time being at least. Okay, I'm not sure if I will continue with this one. The Warring Triad. I'm gonna read. The Awakening. The Warring Triad is the collective term for 3 immensely powerful icons that were brought into existence during the twilight of the Third Astral Era. Summoned by the native tribes of Mericidia, these entities were set against the encroaching forces of the Allegan Empire. The strength of a primal is determined by the fervent prayers of its faithful, and as the Mericidians' prayers called for saviors with the power to throw back an imperial invasion, the resulting incarnations were perforce imbued with nigh incalculable might. That the Allegans were capable of conquering such godlike beings well illustrates the incredible heights to which their technology had ascended. The implacable empire subdued and imprisoned the Warring Triad, shackled them to machinery that sustained the Icons' forms whilst at the same time leeching away their infinite energies. Were those the 3 statues that were on the flagship? Huh. For 5 millennia did the Warring Triad languish thus in dreaming servitude, their slumber undisturbed until Archbishop Thordan VII of Ishgard rattled the bars of their cage. The Archbishop had come to Azizla seeking to absorb the 3's power and make of himself a god without rival. It was fortunate, then, that the Warrior of Light and her companions thwarted Thordan before he realized his tyrannical ambitions, but the victory was not without consequence. The violence of the battle cracked the seals that keep the Triad in torpor, and the Icons had begun to stir. Worse, the Garlean Empire and their heavy-handed efforts to plunder the secrets of Azizla threatened to drag them into full wakefulness. These terrible entities must be destroyed before they rise in all their cataclysmic splendor. Okay. Maybe that's something we could do another time. So you have to... So what's the next level up from the regular? So it's like just hard mode? To do the Bismarck and... What was the other one? The beetle guy? The beetle god? Okay, so let's... No, well yeah, it's cheaper here. Let's go to Foundation first. And then let's go to Idleshire. A striking opportunity. Disarmed. I think that's the one. Or the raid. Right, no, this way. There we go. Disarmed. Slowfix looks more agitated than you have ever seen him. Shka, is Uplander seeing it? Giant of iron rising from river? Y'shtola and Sid have leave to learn more, but are not back yet. Greatest plight of Gabi Flak. Giant is too big, can splash Idleshire flat. Squash Idleshire flat. We are Uplanders. Calm yourself, Slowfix. Ah, Bella, 'tis well you are here, for our need is dire. A colossus of steam and steel has risen from the Thaliac. Yet it is no mere forgotten contrivance of Charlian. The resultant etheric disturbance confirms that it is a primal, and that it was summoned amidst the ruins left for the river to reclaim. For a mercy, it stopped dead no sooner than it had broken the water's surface, but so long as it remains in our realm, it may spring to life again at any moment. Yes, but what does Uplander find near Idleshire? Is wilderness still heavy with aether? Nay, the aether grows perilously thin, and more swiftly than I could have imagined. The primal is bleeding the land dry. Should it be suffered to continue, this entire region will become a barren waste in a matter of moons. No, Gabi Flak has only just found home after long wanderings. Idleshire will not fall. Slowfix will not allow it. And nor will we. I have already spoken with Alphino, and he concurs that we Scions of the Seventh Dawn must do all in our power to eliminate the threat. Yet, given its size, I deem it wise to attack from two fronts. Our first and most obvious recourse is to keep our foe in check with blade and magic, much as we have done with other such adversaries. Second, I propose that we attempt to cut off the flow of aether, such which sustains it, mayhap by physically separating the primal from the land. If we are to be rid of the Colossus, I think the later course more promising, and mean to enlist Master Matoya's aid in pursuing it, yet such things take time. Thus, I have asked Master Garland to remain here and keep watch over our foe. Given its apparently mechanical nature, his expertise should prove invaluable to you. To you, I say, for I would leave the fate of Idleshire in your hands. Should the primal chance to stir ere my return, you are to join Sid in repelling it, an unenviable task, but one for which you are singularly qualified. Leave it to me. Rest assured, I do not mean to linger with Master Matoya any longer than necessary. The moment we find a solution, I shall make haste to rejoin you here. Well then, let us be about our duties. I will leave you to discuss strategies with Sid. Shka, Backrix is keeper of knowings of Idleshire. Can say where Sid has gone. Uplander should start with Backrix. Shka, Backrix stays at Big West Shortstop. Keeps eyes on doings of Illuminati. While I'm here, let's see if we can get our armor. Some tombstone exchange. Here? I don't know. Armor? No. No. That's weapons. We want... where's Dancer? Monk. That's Bard. You don't have any for Dancer? Nothing for me? Oh, here we go. That's Archer Bard. I might have to do it with Bard. Possibly. I thought there was something I could do for... Dancer. Here we go. That takes me down. What's my armor level? I'm 207. Alright, so maybe I'm good enough. But I guess we will see. So I think the first one's 170 for the item level. Should be fine for now. Alright, speak with... oh, it's down here. Okay. Backrix. Backrix is keeper of knowings and data. What does Uplander wish to learn about? Ah, Uplander comes in search of Sid, yes? That's right. Sid! My thanks for sharing your knowings, Backrix. These Illuminati are indeed most hostile. Ah, Bella, old friend. You haven't seen Y'shtola, have you? Drained of all aether in a matter of mere moons. 7 hells. How much power does that thing need? Too much, plainly. Well, it sounds as if we have an urgent dismantling job on our hands. From what Backrix has been telling me, the Illuminati are the most likely culprits. They have the knowledge to summon a primal, and the requisite short-sightedness not to think better of it. Fanatical captures their philosophy nicely, I think, their goal being nothing less than sole ownership of all the world's technology. Needless to say, they're more than willing to kill anyone who stands between them and what they want. Quite how they managed to coax the primal into the hulk of a Charlian defense mechanism, I don't know, but it looks like they've made themselves a tidy little fortress inside the Colossus. We'll need to contend with them if we're to disable the thing. As for the task itself, simply destroying whatever serves as its engine should do the trick, assuming it is in fact mechanical. But before all that, we'll need to find a way in, through yet another bloody barrier. Are you remembering the Crystal Tower? Pshka, barrier is not new. Rose up 3 years ago after ground made shivery shakes. Ruin was freed from riverbed then. Brown Drox was there, saw with own 2 eyes. Brown Drox. Sorry, who is... Daughter of Slowfix. Brown Drox loves junk more than all other gobbies. Was collecting then, and is playing now. Look. Shka. Shiny junk and sparkly rocks. Bitty bobs and whirly cogs. I'm sorry for interrupting, Round Drox, but I need to ask you a question. When the ground shook 3 years ago, did something come bobbing up to the river's surface? It's got a pink mask. Bobbing? Nothing bobbed, silly uplander. Ground made shivery shakes when Giant of Whirlycocks stood, and then magic walls came up too. So it wasn't the tremor that freed the Colossus. It was the Colossus which caused the tremor. And you are absolutely certain you saw it rise from the waters, young one? Seven hells. I think someone tried and failed to summon it 3 years ago. But was it the Illuminati, or... Shka. Bravelox comes to trade tongue flaps, Uplander. Ah, just a goblin. Slowfix tells me you're his resident expert on the Illuminati. Pardon me a moment while I consult with my fellow Uplander. Bella, if I may make a suggestion, I'll speak with Bravelox and learn what I can of our opponents. In the meantime, could you investigate the Colossus itself? Biggs and Wedge are near where its hand landed on the shore of the Thaliac. Join them, and see if you can't find a way inside the machine. Oh, and good luck with that barrier. Pshka. Backrix makes record of Uplander's lip flaps. Sid says, go to Biggs near River Shore. Shka, here's treasure trove of round drops, but shh, it's secret from big gobbies. Aw, cute! Alright, then we are heading this way. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. That'd be a big machine. Can't land on it. Dee-da, dee-da, dee-dee, dee-da, dee-dee, dee-da. What in the blazes? Shka. Giant of Metal is holding fast to land, and Suffix is telling Red Bricks to keep eyes on Big Hand. Is he listening for Morse code? Bella, come to see the Colossus, eh? Chief has us looking for a way in. Of course there's a bleeding barrier around the thing. Aye, another one. Luckily for us, when the big feller came down, its hand clamped onto the shore here, punching a hole in its defenses and leaving that round portal there unprotected. Only trouble is, it's locked and doesn't seem to have a key, or want of a better idea. Wedge is listening into Illuminati Link Pearl communications, and hopes they'll mention the trick to opening it. Dee-da, dee-da, dee-dee. There's only one signal coming from inside the giant, and it's always the same pattern. I'm certain it's a code. The Illuminati always use coded messages. From what I hear, they've developed a special kind of crystal specifically for transmuting Link Pearl waveforms. If we could get our hands on one, the Chief's decoding machine here should theoretically be able to use it to untangle the meaning Quite where we'd find such a crystal is another matter. Shka, does Uplander know Roundrax? She makes a great collection of junk and things. Maybe is keeping crystal at shortstop. Wouldn't that be a stroke of luck? And it just so happens I've been working on a means of identifying the crystal in question. Here, Bella, take this, 3G7001B. Sprinkle that powder over this so-called collection, and look for anything that glimmers. It should contain the material we need. You may have to borrow one of Roundrax's treasures, but I'm sure she won't mind if you tell her it's for a good cause. If you don't find anything, we could always try blowing the hatch open. That armor looks pretty thick, though. Shka, giant of metal is holding fast to land. The suffix is telling red bricks to keep eyes on Big Hand. Okay, you say the same thing. Oh, no. I designed 3G7001B precisely for a moment like this. I do hope it works. Ah, I almost neglected to mention, if you sprinkle it on something and it starts to smoke, run away. I don't expect it will, though. Just, keep that in mind, alright? I will keep that in mind. I wanted to come over here. What's this over here? Uh-huh. The answering quarter. The Charlian settlement stretches across the western banks of the Thaliac, home to Saint Mosiane's Arboretum, and a center for education and scholarly pursuits. It harkens back to cities of learning that flourished in bygone times. Thought I saw another cave over here. Guess not. Just a waterfall. Okay. No points of interest. Or vistas. Shka, here's treasure trove of Roundrax, but shh, a secret from Big Gobbies. 3G7001B. A hodgepodge mixture of seemingly random items from Wedge's workspace. The engineer claims it can be used to detect the presence of certain crystals within solid matter. He has also asked that you do not ask him again about why it is called 3G7001B. Amongst the jumble of bits and bobs, you spy a faintly glimmering stone. Got a stone. Shka, what is Uplander doing? The sneaky taker. The treasure belongs to Roundrax. But we need the crystal. Uplander needs it. We're a giant of whirlycogs, but glowstone is the most favoritist treasure of Roundrax. Alright, but Uplander must promise to bring it back, or Roundrax is getting very angry. Oh, this Gobby's cute! Shka, be careful with the glowstone of Roundrax. Giant metal is holding fast. Okay, you say the same thing. If you don't find anything, we could always try blowing the hatch open. The armor looks pretty thick, though. Ah, Bella, no burns, I see. Oh, no reason. Tell me, did the 3G7001B reveal anything? A glowstone. Unsure of its origin, Roundrox has given this light-emitting rock a compounded name, a linguistic convention common in the goblin tongue. Thank you. And you have my word that I'll give this back to Roundrox when I've finished with it. Now, let's take a listen to what the Illuminati are really saying. Goodness, all that infernal beeping is gone. Now, it's a message, clear as day. Let's see. Today's schedule for Gordius. Registration at 7th bell. Stop. Lewis the Coral Cubs at 3rd bell. Stop. Rest and recuperation at 2nd bell. Repeat. Today's schedule for Gordius. Curl lousing. But I'm sure that was the only message. This has to be some sort of jest. Don't be daft, Wedge. It's just another code. You need the proper crystal and the proper knowledge to understand it. Bleeding Illuminati. Should have known it wouldn't be so easy. Quite the conundrum you have there. Who's this person? But it's your lucky day. I'll crack the code, assuming we can come to a little arrangement. I'm a treasure hunter by trade, and there's a certain something I want inside the giant. I help you get inside. You help me get out with it. A fair deal, no? The name's Meady, by the way. Or Mead? Charmed, I'm sure. You are aware that the interior is almost certainly swarming with Illuminati, yes? Why do you think I came to you? There's strength in numbers, friend. Must we join forces, eh? Now, the words you intercepted are largely gibberish, but paired with the numbers, well, you'll see. 7, stop, 3, stop, 2, wasn't it? You, the big one. See the pipes atop the hatch? There ought to be a valve up there with a hand wheel. Imagine it's a clock, and try turning it right to 7, left to 3, and then back to 2. We did it! We did it! So the Illuminati have been announcing the way to enter the Colossus all along. Strange. Well, done for cracking the code anyway. I had less success, sadly. I'm afraid Brayflox knows little more than we do about the Illuminati's plan or the Primal. Come, things aren't as bad as all that. We found a way inside the machine. We'll just have to learn about it as we go. It's only a massive mammoth after all. Stopping it should be as simple as destroying its core. If we send in a suitably intrepid team of surveyors, I don't see why we can't trace the machine's power back to source via the struts and piping. And I know just the woman to lead the party. What say you, Bella? And what a meet, pray tell. I opened the way for this grand expedition of yours. Surely that's earned me a place in your little band to hunt for my treasure. You did as you promised, and you may do as you will now, but only so long as your treasure hunt doesn't endanger the mission. I'd join you if I could, but there's something I need to see to first. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge here in case of emergencies. Good luck, my friend. Fist of the Father now accessible. You now have access to the Fist of the Father. Gordius can be accessed via the entrance in the Maker's Quarter. So it's Mead. I'm gonna call her Mead. You needn't worry unduly about me. Once I have what I am searching for, I'll leave. Simple as that. I'll keep checking Illuminati communications. If there's any change, you'll be the first to know. Shka, giant of metal, is holding fast to land. Sulfix is telling Red Bricks to keep eyes on Big Cam. If there's anything we can do to help, you need but ask. Alright, I don't know how waiting works for these, so like I said, I'd prefer to go in with a friend if they show up at some point. But at least we got this far to unlock it. And then, I guess in the meantime, we can just unlock some other stuff in Idleshire. See what other quests they have here. Even if it's just to unlock side dungeons, might not do them right away. We can unlock them. Striking opportunity. Your reputation precedes you. If the wide-eyed look the stranger is favoring you with is any indication. Core, I know you. You're one of them half-made mad venturers that what roam about picking fights with gods and every bugger else. Well met, well met. Love your work. Ah, but you are just one of them pack of right crazed killers, am I right? Hells, for all I know. Might be there's the ones what do the work while you share in the credit. Now, killer. Don't take it personally or nothing, but I've seen it before. When it's all blood and shite and explosions, it can be hard to tell if you're pulling your weight. That's why I've been trained up in stone, sky, sea. Don't let the daft name fool you. It's a proper training ground, where fighting folk like me and you can go to refine our killing prowess. If you've never been, go and look for the goodly fellow out past the back bridge. He'll tell you the rest. You won't regret it. Someone was bowing and waving to me. Speak with them outside of Idleshire over there. Okay, there was some other stuff here though. There's two others. What's this? Let me Google that for you. In the fires of some all. Let me Google that for you. Midnight 2 reckons you're the right one for the job. Now here's the adventure I was looking for. I've got a job that needs doing and something tells me you'd be just the one to do it. Now, stop me if I've got this wrong, but a little bird told me that you'd been in and out of the Great Google Library, and that a walking, talking broom of all things showed you the way in. Well, I suppose the later bit's neither here nor there. Long story short, a certain personage has something they want from the library, a hefty leather-bound tome to be exact, and they've tasked me with finding the right woman to retrieve it. There's just one rub. Seems some heedless interloper, mind you, I'm not looking to point fingers here, left the door to the forbidden vaults wide open, allowing what seems like every poison and sconsoled abomination in the Encyclopedia Eorzea to saunter right in. A right mess, I'm sure you agree. Fortunately, the strapping lass standing in front of me knows the place like the back of her hand. I just need you to make like your broom friend, sweep out the nasties, and retrieve the tome for my client. Simple enough, right? I'll meet you there. I don't much see the merit of a talking broom. More submission, less yapping, I say. But enough about that. When you're ready to head into the library to retrieve that book for my client, just say the word and head on over. I'll catch up with you there. Such a nice little fountain. Oh, it's a Moogle. The fires of some owl. The gossamer Moogle appears to be searching for someone.
Ah, you're Bella, aren't you? I found you at last, Bo. Vidofnir asked me to come find you, and I've been searching high and low and near and far, Bo. Do you know how difficult it is to look for someone while trying to stay unseen yourself? Well, never mind about that now. There are more important things to worry about, Bo. Vidofnir was very insistent that I hurry you back to the Some All Summit as soon as possible. So, on your way, Bo. Right, well, that's my job done. I'll go on ahead and let Vidofnir know you're coming. See you there, Bo.
Okay, so summit. What's this one? Tricks and stones. Oh, that's. There's something else. Okay. This way. Vidofnir's here.
Well, it's about time. Vidofnir has been waiting for you, and it's hardly a good idea to keep Dragon waiting, Bo.
You be big. Thou hast discharged thy duty admirably, child of Makom. And greetings to thee, warrior of warriors. Thou dost have my gratitude for thy hasty arrival. I have bid thee hence to some all, to aid in the quieting of these sacred grounds. When Needhogg did meet his end, his minions quit the slopes of the mountain, and its once tranquil passages have become home to all manner of beastly intruders. And worse, the fires at the core of some all rage and swell, as if roiled by some unwelcome parasite. The spirits of our fallen will find no rest until this disturbance is calmed. Thus would I have thee descend unto the mountain steps and sweep clean some all stony halls. Would that I could perform the deed myself. Alas, my girth prevents ready passage through the caverns leading unto the mountain's molten heart. Wilt thou accept this challenge I lay upon thee? Thou art generous of spirit, child of man. Know that I shall not sit idly by whilst thou toilest within. Those winged nuisances, whose screeches rend the air above the summit, will soon learn of my displeasure.
sincerely hope Fidafnir never thinks of me as a winged nuisance. Anyway, good luck in there, Bella.
Got the hard version. Let's see.
Am I going with you? I think I'd better stay out here in case any of those nasties tries to slip past into Maklum Kubo.
I don't know. Do I want to continue on? No friend is here. Not yet. Because I really don't care for the hard versions too much, but unless they have story. Unless there's some separate story for it. So it's like, So I might not do these quite yet. And there's a striking opportunity. I mean, I can see how long the wait is. Oh, you need a higher item level. I don't even have the item level. Okay. Well, I'll abandon that for now then. I'll probably abandon this one too. Alright, let's come here. Back to Idleshire. What's up? It's Pooh Bear! You look nothing like Pooh Bear. I mean, let me see. I could try the raid and see how long the wait is. Since the Charlean Exodus, the structure has stood steady against the flow of the Thaliac River. Now the Illuminati have summoned a primal around this rusting ruin. Terrible colossus of steam and metal still screamed against steel when it rose from the waters, and it drank deep of the land's aether before grinding again to a halt. The voices of Idleshire cry out, asking for aid ere their homes are crushed under the weight of iron. You must lead a band of valiant adventurers into the Machina and discover how to destroy the core, lest the giant screeches again to life and bleeds all the ground dry. Okay, yeah, it's 170, so I think I'm good. Let's just see how long the wait is. About 11 minutes. Hopefully enough people are still interested in raids, so we'll check it out. You there, good madam. You look like you enjoy bathing in the blood of your enemies. Have you perchance heard about Stone, Sky, Sea? You see, as part of an initiative to reduce the number of disputes, the Adventurers Guild has been forced to arbitrate between members who accuse their comrades of not contributing sufficiently to... let me try again. She who fights with strength of stone unyielding breathes deep of boundless sky and embraces serenity of rolling sea. Against her none can stand. Sorry, that's what the Doman fellow told me to say. I don't quite understand it myself, but he seemed to think it was all very clever. Right, so, in essence, we've got these ridiculous contraptions that you attack in whatever manner you deem fit. Each is supposedly tailored to the strength of some legendary beast or being some madman decided to challenge once upon a time. Speaking of which, I believe one should be dropping in right about now. Stone, sky, and sea. What? What is this? Apparently, the first time they dropped one of those was an accident. The trainees loved it so much, they started doing it all the time, though. Right, so, each is tailored to the strength of a legendary fiend. The idea being that if you can defeat the dummy, you can defeat the fiend. In principle, that is. Dummies don't hit back, after all. But who gives a fig about any of that, eh? I nearly forgot the best part. It's free. Oh. Stone, sky, sea now accessible. You now have access to Stone, Sky, Sea. This training ground can be accessed by speaking with a goodly adventurer outside Idleshire. Where was this? I see no lands. Where? Huh. Okay. In the meantime, let's go back to Foundation. I think, let's see, it was up here. Is that a P or an R? What? Continue on with this quest while we're waiting. The benefits of consultation. Gatel looks at you with bright eyes. I must take my leave and return to the cathedral. Matthew, it has been a pleasure. Madam Stardust, I sincerely hope you shall consider my offer to meet with the headmistress. Halone's blessings be upon you both. Oh, my face must be red as a beet at this moment. Well, let me know if you ever feel a burning need to help out again. When you have the time, of course. I think I talked to her before. You have taken interest in the scholasticate robes. I remember how I longed for the privilege to wear them, but now that they make me a clear target for people's anger, I feel more guilt than joy. Got more kids. Madam Stardust, yes? Sister Gatel was hopeful you would come and visit. She awaits you inside. Got this person scolding a kid. Madam Stardust, it seems Helone has answered my prayer that you would visit our halls. To think there are those who would try to sully the reputation of the church. Meanwhile, I can do naught but spend countless hours poring over these books. I still have much to learn of the doctrine. This is true, but the clergy will not be subject to suspicion or ridicule after I take the cloth. Where was Draco? Draco was here before. Fury, take me. Must we revise the entire curriculum? What do you do here? Though I do still teach on occasion, my primary responsibilities are now administrative, as I serve directly under Headmistress Elviang. Her knowledge of the Enchiridion is without peer, and it is well that His Eminence appointed her to oversee the scholasticate. However, owing to her age, she is unable to attend to all her duties. Her absence is felt most keenly in these chaotic times, when we must reevaluate the veracity of our entire doctrine, when seminarians and clergy dare not travel unescorted for fear of coming to harm. By the Fury, where in the hell has my nephew got to? What kind of place is this? St. Endilim's Scholasticate is where God-fearing men and women come to seek a proper theological education. Traditionally, our seminarians would be expected to study a diverse range of subjects, from the fundamentals of Ishgardian theology to the intricacies of canon law. However, due to the recent reevaluations concerning church doctrine, we are currently reevaluating our current curriculum. At this point in time, it is difficult to say what changes will be made. At the very least, I should expect the trivium and the quadrivium to remain, but the administration is somewhat divided on other subjects. Have no doubt that the headmistress and I are sensitive to the people's concerns. We wish only to educate and guide them. Madam Stardust, welcome to the Scholasticate. I appreciate you coming all this way, but I am afraid the headmistress is not here at the moment. She has taken leave to rest. Forgive me, but I must ask you to meet with her another day. It truly is a pity, as I too was looking forward to her audience with you. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Father Bruvignon. I have heard much about you from Sister Gatel. In the headmistress's absence, I have been charged with tending to myriad administrative matters. While that would ordinarily constitute as simply waxing the seal to a pile of parchments, I have been forced to take a more hands-on approach. The deputy headmaster and I were just discussing a rather troubling event, which occurred soon after our students' encounter in the broom, and we fear it may be connected. Madam Stardust, you are familiar with the statue of Saint Valeriant, the one in the center of the forum. House des Zamels stonemasons have been working on chiseling a new head, and one of our students has been tasked with overseeing their work. Unfortunately, the student has since reported that the piece has vanished from the artisan's workshop. Given that it has little monetary value, Father Bruvignon and I cannot help but wonder if... If the culprit bears a grudge towards the student, Briardian, consulting inspector, at your service.
Oh, it's him! Hello!
Bella, what brings you here of all places? Don't tell me. You were the hero that the students have been murmuring about. I cannot say I'm surprised.
Do we get a little quest with him?
You are acquainted with my nephew, Madame Stardust.
That's your nephew?
Yes, my uncle. You could say our paths have crossed more than once. Along with the missing inspector. An idea occurs to me. Bella is an adventurer of exceptional skill in combat and deduction both. Pray allow me to appoint her as my assistant. No, associate in my work here at the Scholasticate. A prolonged association is like to raise more than a few eyebrows, if not invite criticism. While I understand your concern, I am willing to trust Briardian's judgment. Madame Stardust has shown nothing but compassion towards our students. At least permit me her company in ascertaining the piece's whereabouts. You may judge the value of our association afterwards. Very well, but no one is to speak of this to the headmistress. I will allow Madame Stardust to accompany you, but only for the duration of the investigation, and for the love of the Fury, be discreet. Excellent. Come, Bella. Our first course of action will be to question the student responsible for overseeing the statue's restoration.
It's good to see you again.
I see where he gets it from. Never done it synced before, so this will be new. The only bad thing is I won't be able to look around. Yeah. Guess, I'll do this.
I'm here.
always do that wrong. Okay, there we go. Why is it targeting me? Oh, what's happening? What's happening? What? Yeah. Second one. Got it. Yay! Okay. I can look around. Wow. Wow. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, too far away. Yes. Expertly done, adventurer. Well, what have we here? Oh, hello. Shka. Sorry, Androx could not stay away. So many new treasures here. Treasures? Oh, you mean the odd bits and bobs? Well, little one, these machina are yours to take, and some of them are rather beautiful, I must admit.
Uplander can tell pretty machines from ugly, just like Roundrox.
No harm in adding one more to our company, is there? I'll keep an eye on her. Damn it, I was so sure.
Shka, Uplanders are unwise to come, but most of all is Treasure Hunter. What she seeks is not here, not in all of Gordius. Look at little black here. I want it.
As I live and breathe, quick thinks, all thoughts, master of the Illuminati.
Shka, copies are backstrapped with boom dust. Uplander shoots. Everybody kabooms. Uplander ear catches tongue flaps of master. Enigma codex for plans making is gone. Illuminati are already undertaking Alexander initiative. Shka, foolish Gavi. Secrets are kept silent. Tongue flaps never traded with outsiders. Has quick thinks not ordered so many times? Master, forgive noise-making of empty head. Gavi did not think. Please, Gavi will take any punishment, just not worse one. Now. Not the kitty! Shka, what? Uplander is shooting Gavis. And boom does not harm Uplanders. Blood, Uplander, blood for fallen Gavi kin. I think now would be a good time to leave. Shka, Uplander, what is Enigma Codex? Treasure?
Yes, young one, my treasure.
Shka, mead is amazing. She can tell pretty junk from ugly almost as well as Roundrox. This Willycog Roundrox finds 72 yams north and west, and this one is 24 yams south and east of Architecton. Shka, shiny junk and sparkly rocks, Billy Bobs and Willycogs.
Roundrox has been showing me her treasures, and they're aptly named. Only a fool would call them junk. Just because something has been discarded, it doesn't mean it can't be beautiful. She also said that Quickthings has a face like a machina, cold and calculating. I can only assume she means his mask.
Welcome back, Bella. I'm working with Backrix to intercept Illuminati communications. He's got a wonderful memory for details and a great mind for codes. I must say, the Goblin's grasp of technology is something to behold. I'm impressed. Shka, Backrix is keeper of knowings and data. What does Uplander wish to learn?
No, I guess that's your normal.
Alright, Sid's not here. Okay, Sid's not here.
Bleeding hells, face to face with the head of the Illuminati, eh? Sounds like you had quite an adventure. As Alexander initiative has got me wondering, do you reckon it might be the giant's name? No sign of the core, though, eh? Well, we'll just have to look further in. I'll let the chief know anyway. He'll be happy to hear Mead and Roundrox are safe too. Those two haven't stopped talking about machines ever since they got back. Can't say I've ever thought of junk as pretty, but each to their own.
Alright, well there you have it for tonight's session. We got the first leg of the, or first arm I should say, of Alexander done. There's 3 more to do to follow that storyline. And then I guess we'll just do what we did today if a friend doesn't show up, is that it doesn't seem like there's too long of a wait for the raid. So I'm hoping that
that people are more into the raids than like the side dungeons anyway. So that will help get through and experience the raid story. And yes, it's fun. It's fun. Alright, give a like and subscribe to see more, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!